The thing I wanted to talk about today is processes, people and technology, and why we have that in our strapline and why we have it in the order that we do, because it's important to us. Actually, you can bump into those three terms in any kind of conversation around information systems because, well, people talk to people about people, processes and technology, and they normally do it in that order: people, processes and technology. And particularly, I think, organisations in the sector which put people first, quite rightly, because that's the key thing, and information technology comes somewhere later down the line. We very deliberately put people second, and I thought I might just spend a minute explaining why that is, because it isn't anything to do with not valuing people. It's really because our experience is that that's the best way to think about information systems and technology. So imagine a kind of hierarchy, I guess, where you might have organisational aims and priorities at the top of the tree, and then thinking about what it is that delivers those. Well, the thing that doesn't deliver those, of course, is technology. Technology doesn't actually achieve any organisational aims and objectives on its own, and that's why it's very important not to examine them out of context. You need the other two things. You need the processes and the people. It's the processes that actually achieve the organisational aims and objectives. And the next thing down in the tree, as it were, in terms of hierarchy, is the people who are doing the things, carrying out the processes, carrying out the business processes, and doing things in the way that the organisation wants them done in order to achieve those objectives. So it's people in their roles with their responsibilities doing jobs. That's what achieves objectives. And the role of technology is to support people in doing that, sometimes to do things in an automated way, but most of the time helping people in their roles carry out those key processes. So for any organisation, the important thing is not to start by looking at the technology, but to start by looking at the aims and objectives of the organisation, to understand what the processes are, and then to look at the roles that people need to have and their responsibilities and authorities, and perhaps the cultural context, in order to do it in the right way. And then finally, to look at the characteristics and functionality of the technology that's going to be needed to support all that. So that's the reason why we have our strapline in that order. That's the reason we have processes, people and technology in that order, because that's the order in which we believe organisations can think best about getting to the right answers about information systems for their organisation.